All right, so welcome to the session, and I hope all of you guys are doing good. So let's get started with today's session. So today we are going to talk about how ChatGPT can be used for our day-to-day task. We'll create some of the applications as well, right? So the main idea here is to understand about OpenAI ChatGPT and also the API given by OpenAI, which we can leverage for our own applications. So we'll spend, let's say, half an hour in ChatGPT and we'll spend half an hour on OpenAI API as well. So this is the screen which you will get for ChatGPT. You will get this screen directly from the OpenAI website. You can create your access to this particular ChatGPT. There's a free version, then there is some paid version as well. So if you go to this option, here you can see that we have $20 per month. One plan is there and one plan is $200 per month. My plan is as of now $20 per month. There is one more plan which we have, which is like free plan where you don't have to pay anything. There will be certain limitations which you have, but for basic needs, I think we are good to go with. You can use other models like DeepSeek as well, which is free of cost. That also you can play around with. But the idea is that you should be able to understand what all things can be done using this large language models. Many of you guys are aware of that, but this is like to give you the understanding about how ChatGPT can help us on our day-to-day needs. Because this is like evolving field and we just wanted to educate all the people coming from different backgrounds, right? So we as a programmer, we as a content creator, we as a blog writer, we can leverage this thing quite extensively. For example, let's say I want to write a blog on any particular topic. So I can ask ChatGPT to generate the same. For example, let's say I want to create a blog on joins in SQL, and I want some of the practical examples as well, where learners will or the readers of the blog will able to play around with that. So I'll give a prompt here. I want to create a blog on SQL joins in MySQL. Give proper DDLs and DMLs as well, so that the reader can use that for practice. Create end-to-end block and also give the relevant hashtags and keywords for better SEO. So here it will generate the entire block for us. So now we just have to go through this and we just have to change anything which you think that is not correct or you want a different way. So you can very well go and you can edit that. The idea here is that you can create the content based on your requirement and then you can publish that to your websites, your social media accounts, and so on. If you want, you can customize this. You can give that, okay, I want to explain this join concept for healthcare domain, something like that. So you can do that as well. So here you can see that it's creating the entire DDLs and DMLs. After that, it's explaining the joins, right? So it's inner join, left outer join, right outer join, and full outer join. So that is how the entire block got created. If you want more explanation on each of the joins, then you can ask for that. It will regenerate that for you, right? So that is one of the use cases where you want to create your own content for your whatever websites or blogs you have, you can do that. Second use case will be, let's say I want to create an application. I have the requirement from the client and I want to go ahead and I want to create the entire application end to end. So for that also we can basically take help from ChatGPT. For example, let's say I want to create a banking application and I am aware of what all tools and technologies I have to use. So let's ask ChatGPT to create for the same, right? So I want to create a banking application using Python and Streamlit. Streamlit is one of the packages in Python which is helping me to create the front end, where we will have create account option, deposit option, withdraw option, and transaction summary option, where we can download the PDF of that transaction summary. First, write it properly. What is the requirement? After that, we will go step by step and achieve the functionalities. So as of now, I'm just saying that, okay, you can write what the requirement is. After that, we'll try to achieve the functionality. So here you can see that it's writing the entire requirement. Download PDF reports and all those things. It's giving me that what all files will be there. Account.csv file will be there. Transaction.csv file will be there. And other files will also be there. Right. So let's start with the step number 1. Here you can see it's giving some suggestions as well. In the later stage, you can apply the login system using password. You can use SQL instead of CSVs and so on. So let's start with step 1. I want you to create the code and I will test that. After that, we will proceed further. So here it will generate the entire code for me using Python. So here you can see that it is generating the accounts.csv files and all those things. And here it is looking for this file. So I'm not sure what all columns I will have. You can see here it is initializing the file. If the file does not exist, the account file, it will generate one file for me, right? Which will have the account details. If you are aware of Python, you will understand this code. If you are not aware of Python, that's okay. Machine is doing it for us. We just have to run it, right? It's generating the account number, creating the account, right? All those things. New transactions, the date is coming in. So let's copy this code. It is explaining as well how to run this code. So it is saying that save this file into app.py and then we can run like this. So I'll copy this code and I'll put that in the notepad. There can be a chance that you will face some errors. So we can ask ChatGPT to fix the same. So here is my code. Let me put that in the desktop, creating one folder. So app.py. Right now, I want to execute this code. I'll go to Anaconda prompt. I'll go to desktop. And in desktop, we created the banking application folder. Streamlit run app.py. So what will happen? It will generate the front end. And here you can see that this page is coming up. Upgrade bank, some banking name coming in. Let's do one thing. Give me a second. I think I have opened up a wrong folder. Our folder is this one, banking without space. So let me close this. So here you can see that the app is opening up, create bank account. So as of now, you can see there is no file present in our this thing, right, folder. If we go back to this, these two files gets created because we executed the code. As of now, there will not be any records in this particular files. So you can see it's an empty file. But now once I go and I will insert certain records. Let's say I'm putting some details out here. Account type, and let's say balance is 0, create account. So here you can see that the account number 7. So this is a machine generated number. If you want, you can change that as well. Now, when I go to the accounts file, you can see that one entry will be there for that new account. Account number, your account holder name, email address, phone number, and savings and balance. So this is looking fine. If I go and if I insert any other account name, let's say and if I click on this, another account must have created. So if I open up this file, every account is getting stored in this particular file. So you can see that your second account is also gets created. Now here we are taking help from machine. It is generating the code for us and we are just testing it. So this looks fine as of now. Let's proceed further and let's expand this code. Right. So till this, we are good. Proceed to the next step. So account creation is done. Now it will work on the deposit functionality. So here you can see that it is updating, it is creating a deposit function. And it is saying that you have to put that in the main function. So I'll say, give me end-to-end code. Because what it did, it just created the deposit function and told me that you have to put here. So what I'm saying is that rather than giving me the specific code, give me the end-to-end code where put that deposit function as well inside the code. So here you can see that it's an initialization of file. Here is the account creation. And here you can see the deposit function is also coming in. So this entire code is now getting ready. And here you can see that it is depositing the money. And my function is ready. I copy this and I will replace my app.py. I'll replace this function with my new function. Now, once I go back to my web browser, I'll have to refresh, click on this rerun, right? So now here you can see that we have the two options coming in. One is the create account, second is the deposit money. So once I click on deposit money, it is asking me for account number, for which account number you want to deposit the money. So I'll just copy one of the account numbers. So let's say this is the account number which I want. I'll close this file because application will use this file. So I want this account number and I want to deposit, let's say 50,000 rupees. So deposit successful, new balance is 50,000. If I go back and check where that entry will be coming in, that entry will be coming in the transaction file. So once I open this, you can see that here you have earlier the balance was 0 for both the accounts. But now for this account number, you can see the balance gets updated to 50,000 rupees. Right. So my deposit functionality is also working fine. Now we can go ahead and we can proceed with the next functionality, that is withdrawal. This looks good. Let's proceed further. So this way, what we are doing is we are generating the code and at the same time we are testing the code as well, right? So when you are working on the industry, then let's say if in your company you are not able to access ChatGPT, but you can take help from ChatGPT from your own local machine, that this is the requirement which I have to work on and how will I proceed. So based on that, it will generate the entire code for you. It will give you the suggestions as well. And based on that, you can do the task for your company's project as well. So here again, you can see it's giving me the option. I just want the entire end-to-end code. So I'll say, give me end-to-end code. So now if you are coming from a non-technical background, having zero knowledge of coding, still you can see that we can create the application without any problem. If some error comes in, you can see here how smart it is. It is checking the withdrawal amount with the current balance. If the withdrawal amount is more than the current balance, it will return insufficient funds. So everything is taken care by this application. This app is ready. Let's put it in the notepad. And let's go back to your front end, rerun. So here you can see that we have withdraw amount is also there. Let me get the account number for which I want to withdraw some money. This account has the balance. So let me pass on this balance, this account. Let's say I want to withdraw 60,000 rupees. Now the balance is 50,000 rupees. So you can see that I am getting insufficient balance. If I ask for, let's say 45,000 rupees, it will very well deduct and it will give me the new balance, that is 5,000 rupees. This is getting updated in the transaction table as well. Here you can see that 45,000 withdrawn and the balance is 5,000. So that is how the things are working. And finally, we'll go with the last step, proceed further, which is basically creating the account summary, right, in the PDF form, the transaction summary and PDF download. So we started the session around 5:31. It's 5:49, almost 18 minutes, and we are done with one application, right? So we have to install this package, pip install fpdf. It's already present in my machine, so that's okay. This is the code again. So I'll ask for give me the entire code. In this, you can add some of the ChatGPT like OpenAI features as well, right? For example, let's say I want to give suggestions to my end user. Where is the expense going on? Where they can reduce the expense? So some of the generative application also we can ask. As of now, I'm not doing that, but yes, we can create your application which is more generative AI driven. So here you can see that this entire code is coming in. That's it. The code is ready. I'll go and I'll paste it here. And let's refresh my code here. So here you can see we have the transaction summary option. I want to give the account number for the same. So let me get that. For this account number, I want the summary. Close this file. So here you can see that you are getting the account summary for that account. Deposit 0, deposit 50,000, withdraw 45,000, current balance is 5,000. Download PDF summary. So now here we get some error, right? So let's pass this error to the ChatGPT. And let's ask for fix this. So while downloading the PDF, I am getting this error. Fix the same. So you will get some of the errors as well. So you can just take suggestion from ChatGPT. So it's saying that rupees symbol is not compatible. That is the reason it is throwing the error. So now it will use the RS symbol. So it made some changes in your account. Either you can go and you can check it out. Where is the change? Right. Basically here it made the change. You can go and you can check it out here also. There will be some rupee symbol will be there. You have to replace that. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just ask ChatGPT, give me the entire code. So it will regenerate the entire code for us. But if you want, you can check it out here as well. Where is the actual problem? Here is the problem, right? This rupee symbol. I just have to change it to RS. That's it. Right? Wherever rupee is there, I need to change it. But that's fine. We'll just take this code directly. Any of the functionalities which you did not like, you can ask to change it as well, right? So that is, you can ask to edit. That is also possible. So I'm changing this code here and saving it. Let me copy the account number as well, which I want the report for. So let's put it here again. Press enter. So you get this download PDF, and you can see that PDF downloaded successfully. Account holder name Rahul Tiwari. Account number is this. Email address this. Phone number this. Account type savings. Balance 5,000, and this entire transaction summary coming in. Right. So this way we have created a nice banking application in just 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Right. So this way you can create a lot of codes without any problem. That is one of the use cases which I wanted to show you. The second use case will be, let's say I have a data set where I want to analyze the data directly from ChatGPT. So I can click on this plus sign and I can pass on one of the data set, let's say. Let's say this is the data which I have passed. What's there in this file? So under the hood, ChatGPT will read this using Python and it will give me the understanding about what is present in this particular file. So here you can see we have the details. It consists of a restaurant details of total bill, tip, sex, smoker, day, time, and size, and some of the sample rows coming in. So now it's asking itself, do you want to perform EDA? You want to predict tips based on total bill and so on. So let's say I want to know how many males and females are there. Right. So in this case, it will count the number of males and females and give me the response. So here you can see that we have 157 males and 87 females are there. Same way you can analyze any further details. What is the total bill by gender and smoker? Give me the chart for the same. So it will generate the charts for me. It is again using pandas and Python at the backend, matplotlib and all. So here you can see that. This is the plot coming in by gender, and the color is different for smoker. Orange, the light orange is your non-smoker and dark orange is your smoker. So we can create this type of chart. We can download the chart. We can put that in PPT. All those things can be done. If I want to apply some machine learning algorithms or something like that, we can do that as well. For example, on this data set, I want to apply k-means clustering for my customers. Do that. So it will generate the k-means clustering algorithm as well. Right? So you can apply the classification algorithm, regression algorithm, k-means clustering algorithm. All those things can be done. So here you can see it under the hood created 3 clusters, and based on different types of cluster, the points are segregated. It is using total bill and tip for the same. Right? If you want, you can ask for the entire code as well. I want the entire code which you used in the k-means. Give me the .ipynb file. So it will give me the entire Python notebook file where it implemented the k-means clustering on the dataset. So these are the things which I can do using front end, which is the ChatGPT front end, chatgpt.com. Here you can see the file is coming in. We can download that and we can use that. Right. We can create some images and all those things as well. That is pretty much more of a image creation and all can also be done. Now, the next thing which I want to discuss here is that taking the help from OpenAI API. Now, API is basically nothing but whatever model they have created, we can leverage that model in our application as well. For example, I want to create one chatbot for my company, and I want to integrate my chatbot with, like I want to use OpenAI model with the chatbot, right? So here you can see that this is the platform.openai.com website where you can click on your profile and click on this API keys. Here you can see the API keys coming in. You can create your own API key here. So obviously it will be a cost because model will read the data which you are passing and model will respond to that data as well. So that is the reason it's an input output, both the cost will be there. Right. So I'm generating this new API key. And here you can see that I'm copying the API key and I will use this API key for my application. I have created certain applications. I'll show you that. The first application which we will use is your pizza bot. So this API key which we copied, I will paste it here. So this is my API key which I will use. Here I have given this entire context to the chatbot that you are a pizza bot, an automated service to collect orders for a pizza restaurant. Only give answer related to pizza services. Do not go here and there. No other questions entertained. Politely say that I'm pizza bot. Ask only for the pizza which we are providing. Your first you first greet the customer, then collect the order, and then ask if it's pick up or delivery. You wait to collect the entire order, then summarize it and check for a final time if customer wants to add anything else. If it's a delivery, you ask for the address. Finally, you collect the payment. Make sure to clarify all options, extras, and sizes to uniquely identify the item from the menu. You respond in short, very conversational, friendly style. Here is the entire menu, the sizes and all, everything is given. So I give the entire context here. Now I will use this particular application and I'll run this. Now here OpenAI API is given. So when user will ask anything, OpenAI API will understand what it is asking. Based on that, it will respond. So let's go to this folder. So it will open up the front end again. And here you can see that the pizza bot coming in. Let's say I'll ask who is the Prime Minister of India, right? Now I already mentioned in the context that don't go here and there, only respond to the pizza services. So let's see what happens here. So here you can see that I'm sorry, but as a pizza bot, I am here to help you with the pizza order. Let's focus on getting the delicious pizza to you. Shall we start with choosing the favorite pizza from our menu, right? So this has happened because I have given the context. If suppose I will remove that line, that don't go here and there, this, if I remove all this line, then it will start giving the response to my question as well, that Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister. So you have to explicitly mention that don't go here and there so that the context will be preserved. So now let's ask what all pizza you have today. So I'll click on send. So it'll give me all the list of pizzas which I have. Pepperoni, cheese, eggplant, right? And then I'll say, okay, I want eggplant pizza. So it will ask me which size you are looking for because we did not mention the size. So here you can see that specify the size. So let's say I want a small size. It will ask me for any toppings or drinks. So here you can see that it's asking for any toppings or drinks. So I'll say nothing else. It's a pickup or delivery. So let's say it's a delivery. So it will ask me for the address. Right. So provide the delivery address. How would you like to pay? Cash on delivery or credit card. So that is how this entire bot is working. Right. So here we are leveraging the power of OpenAI API. So whatever text I have passed, it is responding, right? So whatever text I have passed will be a cost, and whatever it is responding also is a cost. So if you go to your usage, there you can see that there will be certain cost applied, right? So today is what? Today is 20th May. So this is the cost. Around $0.12 it took till now. Whatever transaction we did, it charge around $0.12. Okay. So that is how it will charge. It will charge for both input and output. And input means when I am passing a text, machine will have to understand what the text is. And output is basically based on that text, it is responding. So that response is also a cost. Let's see some more application which I have created. For example, let's say I have to generate the email, right? So for example, here you can see. Here again, I will change my API key because that API key is no longer valid. So I'll just paste this API key here. So in the Excel file, I have given certain emails, right? And the priority. This one, generate email. So here I have 3 customers, and for the 3 customers, I have given the context. For the first one, write an email to the customer where I want to apologize to the customer as he did not like the product, and I want to give a coupon code APO50 where he will get 50% discount for the next purchase. Second is write an email for ask for a tea. And third is write an email to ask for playing Roblox. So I want to write an email, right, for these guys. So I'll open up my generate email.py file, right? So let's do that. So it will open up the front end again. And here it is asking for that CSV or Excel file, right, which is having the entire context. So I'll drag this file, generate email in this. And once I do that, you can see that the entire context is there. It is generating the email here, right? So based on the context given, it will generate the email for all the 3 different customers. So it's like basically I want to generate the email for all the customers. So this application will do that. As of now, I did not create that it will send the email also, but you can do that also, right? Once the email is generated by the machine, I can send it to the end user as well, or it will generate a draft as well. So all those things can be done. So here you can see that the entire email coming in. And here I have given the APO50 code as well. So everything is mentioned properly as per the requirement. For all the context, the email is coming nicely, right? You can download this emails in the CSV form and you can copy paste and you can run that. Or you can directly integrate with the email service and you can send the email as well. So that is also possible. Right, so that is again one of the applications. Let me show you one more application where I have, I will put one PDF, right? So it will read the PDF and will respond from the PDF. So this is the application. I'll first change the API key for this. So let me execute this application. So I have to upload the PDF file. Let's say I'm uploading this PDF file, which is your IBM document, which was basically talking about the 5 mind shifts to super change business growth, move from productivity to perform with agentic AI, right? It's a document created by IBM, right? It's created this year only. So I'll ask 2 questions. One is who owned this document, and second is when this document got created, right? So I'll pass this document in this application. Once I do that, it will read the PDF, extract the data from the PDF, generate the embedding. Embedding is basically nothing but converting data into numbers. And then it will generate the vector database as well, right? Vector database is basically trying to put the data in a semantic manner. Now I'll ask certain questions here, right? For example, who owns this document? So once I run this, it will respond that IBM is the owner of this document. Now, why I'm showing all this, you can create these applications using ChatGPT and you can very well do that, right? As of now, the codes which I have written, you may not be understanding it, but ChatGPT does the trick for you. It's just where you can leverage this type of things in your organization. You can think of it and start building the application. At least you can start creating the dummy application. You can showcase to the management, and based on that, you can very well showcase that, right? You can showcase to the management that this things can be done. So here you can see that it's from IBM Corporation. Let's say when this document got created. So this was created this year only, 2025. So it should be coming as 2025. So here you can see May 2025 coming. So this way I am reading the document, and based on the document, it is responding the answer based on what's present in the document. Here you can see that vector database also generated. So these are the sample examples which I have shown you with the help of API. And at the same time, we can use the ChatGPT as well for doing our tasks, right? So if I go to ChatGPT here, if I don't want to integrate my applications with OpenAI, in that case, I can leverage this particular screen. But if I want to integrate OpenAI with my application, then OpenAI API is coming into picture, and it will obviously take some cost. So here you can see that we ran some of the applications. You can see the cost is 0.34. It was 0.12, but now it is 0.34. It's not very huge cost, but yes, you have to be very much sure that your prompts should be in a way that it is like I don't have to write multiple prompts. With a single prompt only, I should able to get the responses. So that is important, because if wrong prompts we are passing in that case, it is going to be charging more, right? Because multiple prompts you are passing, and because of that, multiple hits happening on the LLM, and that hit will lead to this thing, more cost, right? Now, in this particular scenario, the email which got generated, right? You can create some of the application where it will only focus on the priority emails. I want to email only the priority emails I want to first respond. So you can create your own application from scratch, or let's try to build quickly one application. I want to create an application where I want to send the emails, but I only want to send the emails which has high priority. Create. Also, I want OpenAI API to generate the emails. I will have a CSV file where I will have all the customers and context and priority. Based on the priority, OpenAI API should generate the email for me, right? So I gave a vague prompt here. Let's see what happens, and we'll try to enhance that application. So here you can see it's giving me the sample format for CSV file, that is customer name, email address, context, and priority. It is not creating the entire application for us, looks like, so we have to mention that. Give me the Streamlit front end where I will upload this .csv file and based and OpenAI API should filter the high priority email and respond and generate the email which I can download. Right. So here is the application created. There will be some error for sure coming in, but you can see it's a basic application got created. Right. Just give me a second. So let's run this. So to generate the front end, you have to pass the API key, right? If you don't want to pass it here, that's okay. You can ask to put it in the backend and browse the file, and it will basically filter on the high priority emails and respond. There will be error for sure because I see that it is using the older version of the code in it is using this older version of calling OpenAI, right? So I can say that, okay, I want the API key to be inside the code. Use this sample code for reference. So I'll give this sample code for reference. Maybe this one. I'll just replace this key. So it will use this sample code for reference and it will generate in the new form. Because in Python, they have updated the package. So it has its own new version of code which they have to pass. So it generated this file. Let's see what is there. AI email. This is the app. Now it will not ask for API key in the front end. It will just ask me for the file, right? We'll quickly create one file. So the format which they are looking for is this format, right? This format is what we have to create file. Let's save it. I want it to be CSV. Right, so this is done. I can very well pass this file here. So now here we are getting some error, right? Error 401 coming in, invalid API. Yes, API key we did not update. That's the reason. So we'll quickly update the API key as well because I removed the API key. Let me open this. Let me use this API key. Let's rerun. And now you can see it is generating the email. So there are two customers with high priority, Alice and Carol. You can see that it is generating email for Alice and Carol only. It is not generating the email for Bob. Right. So here you can see the entire email came in. Here you can see the entire email came in, and that's it. So within 5 minutes, we created this type of application. Right. So I hope this makes sense. This is what I wanted to discuss in this entire session, that how we can leverage the power of OpenAI APIs and ChatGPT to come up with the day-to-day task. Here I have created certain applications, and at the same time, I have shown you some applications as well. I hope this give you a good idea about how we can leverage. Any doubts you have, let me know. This is what I wanted to discuss in this session. Any queries you can ask. For recording, you can connect with the support team.